And welcome back to Car Con Carne, doing 2 episodes tonight. Car Con Carne, still held in captivity, still quarantine con carne. I'm James Van Ostel, and I encourage you, I just started my email list on carconcarne.com. Besides being able to communicate with me on a regular basis, if you sign up for the email list on carconcarne.com, before the end of the month, you are in the running for a $50 from Byron's Hot Dogs, $50 gift card for either of their 2 fantastic locations at Irving Park and Lawrence. Now, that's on the north side. Over on the south side, we find Beverly Dry Goods, 9915 South Walden Parkway. Mary Moss of Beverly Dry Goods is with me today. Mary, I wanted to talk to you for so many reasons. The first and foremost reason, you are, as the kids say, Chicago AF. You are so Chicago in everything your business does.
Thanks. Yeah, we really pride ourselves on that.
Let's say the thing that hooked me in, and I'm guessing this is the thing that gets people's attention right out of the gate, the candles.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. This is so Chicago. Talk me through the different candles you have at Beverly Dry Goods in Beverly.
Yeah, absolutely. So we really wanted to bring something distinctive, and we really realized how much scent evokes a memory. And we just didn't think that Chicago was getting, especially our precious South Side down here, enough credit. So we really wanted to make candles that spoke to us and spoke to our neighborhood. And then more importantly, even Chicago at large, right? Because a lot of the things we do are not just South Side centric. So we have Frunchroom, which we all know
because
about.
I think people on the north side don't know what a Frunchroom is.
Really?
I think that is a very South Side thing. I think a lot of North Siders have not grown up with that word in their lives.
Okay, so let me welcome the North Siders in. We'll give you a little South Side education. So Frunchroom is what many of you know as that room in the front of your house growing up that you only got to hang out at Christmas and Easter for photos, commonly known as the front room. But when you add the Chicago accent, it becomes Frunchroom. So for us, it was just, to me, a natural extension and a perfect way to kind of launch our candle business. So
that's really what you launched it with? That was the one you launched it with?
that was part of the original lineup. Mm-hmm. Absolutely. So we just remembered, that odd bowl of potpourri that sat untouched, that your mom would kind of shake every couple months to refresh. So it's a combination of floral and cotton. And then we have deep dish, because what would a Chicago candle company be without a good deep dish candle? And people are continually amazed that it actually smells like pizza. So we're very proud of that.
So what do you do for that? What kind of notes are in a deep dish candle?
Yeah, a lot of people really worry that there's going to be like some odd smell of burnt cheese or something. There's no cheese, actually, no cheese smell. It's really the crust and the oregano and the tomato. That's really what, no offense to the cheese lovers, but from a scent profile, that's really what makes pizza. So that's
like a yeasty smell?
Like a baked bread smell, actually.
Sold.
Yeah, it really is nice. And when you burn it, it's very oregano forward. So it's a beautiful candle to have in your kitchen or anywhere really kind of like that. And we have Chicago Mix, an ode to our favorite place to stand in line for hours to grab a tiny bag of popcorn.
You get your hands all filthy and need wet wipes.
Yeah.
I do love that smell. I love it.
It is. And, so many people, it's been so interesting. We get gifted to a lot of Chicago expats. Our things have gone to Sweden, to, all over the globe where Chicagoans go, and we are a travel loving group. Our things go as well. So it's great to see pictures of our candles in other countries, other states. So it's been really nice. And that's one that really, it's so distinctively Chicago that, people are used to getting that as a gift from people that they love from Chicago. So then to have the candle is really a great thing. And then we've tried to branch out a little bit and do ones like record store We're very proud of our record store candle.
I mean, that's the one I've been dying to know. I mean, look, I'm dying to know what a record store. Does it smell like vinyl? Does it smell kind of like old paper? Like, because there's
Yes.
a smell. Okay.
Yes, you nailed it. So it's a nag champa and a tiny bit of patchouli and a couple different scents that combine to really smell like old paper. That one took a little bit because at first it was more like damp basement. So, and everyone currently has one of those. So they weren't interested in the candle like that. So
now, in order to buy a record store candle, do I need to have a beard? Do I need to drink craft beer? Like, are there certain requirements to owning the record store candle?
You must have your hipster license.
Okay.
No. Actually, a lot of people, it's interesting to see younger people. I feel weird that now I refer to others in that way, but
tell me about it.
Right. Don't really know what a record store is anymore. Like, so we're very fortunate here that we have Beverly Records. So that keeps that tradition alive and going.
That place is iconic,
not a lot of, not a lot of places do. So it's interesting. It's great when multi-generations come through together and they kind of share that experience because, you know, their parents or their whoever they're with might have had it and the other person hadn't. So yeah.
You are speaking to me right now. My son, who likes music, showed somewhat of an interest in vinyl for a while.
Mm-hmm.
He just had his birthday and I bought him. He kind of hemmed and hawed. He seemed like he might be interested in having a turntable of his own. I got him a Bluetooth turntable last week and we went record shopping on Saturday. And that was his first time like going record shopping. And that, like, all those smells and that experience and like seeing that generation being able to take it in and get into it. It's a really cool thing. Like, maybe it's skipped a generation, but I think there is that enthusiasm for that age right now.
Yeah, it's very tactile record shopping, you know, like there's something to be had, you know, flipping through all the albums and, you know, picking them up and reading like those are things that we experienced when we picked up our music, and it's so tactile, you know, and I feel like a lot of people, it's just not the same flipping through Apple Music. You know.
I totally agree. All right. So you also, while we're on the music tip, Music Fest.
Yes.
Just like going to Grant Park or Douglas Park in the summertime?
All the above. So we actually partnered we have Get Local Beverly down here, who really does a great job trying to promote live local music. And so we partnered with them. We really wanted to kind of give back. And we made Music Fest. And that is nag champa and a little bit of patchouli, because you can't have a music fest without patchouli. But its primary note is cannabis. Like most
because
music
of course,
fests.
Yep.
Yeah.
Nailed it.
Yeah, it's funny. A lot of people have sent that. I've had a lot of women, you know, or groups that have gone who would go to Lollapalooza or Ravinia together, really get that and send it to their besties so that they can get together via Zoom and kind of relive that experience. So it's been fun, the way people have adapted. Yeah, it's been really neat to watch.
You also have one of the greatest street foods ever. One of my favorite things to get at a Sox game, Elotes.
Yeah, it's interesting, you know, you think you have a great idea and you think everyone's going to love something. And I've learned that not as many people are familiar with elotes as I thought.
You're missing out.
It's really funny. A lot of the candle does great. I'm hoping when we get back to being able to have festivals and things like this, it will spark a booming elotes industry. So yeah. That is another one where people were really worried about mayonnaise. There's no mayonnaise scent in the candle. It's just corn. I don't know how burning mayonnaise would translate. So we opted out of that. So it's corn and then Mexican spice and then a little bit of margarita scent to carry through that lime.
Brilliant. All right, so let's take a step backward. We talked about the candle. Oh, I did want to ask you about, you have a candle called Western. Is that a Western Ave? Short for Western Avenue?
Yes.
I think that's brilliant. Someone explained to me years ago that Chicago can be defined by Western Avenue because of how far south and how far north it goes and how many neighborhoods it goes through. There is no street more Chicago than Western.
Yeah. So people ask us all the time, what does it smell like? And for us, where we experience the bulk of Western, we're very fortunate. We have a budding brewery scene down here. So for us, it is ale and whiskey. That is our Western candle.
Oh, so
So,
do you have like bourbon is a nice smell for candle. You have
yep.
like and you
Yep. It is a bourbon whiskey combo. Yeah.
it sounds awesome. All right, so let's take a step back. You started, I mean, you just Beverly Dry Goods landed in a brick and mortar location this year. Great time to just casually start a brick and mortar location during the pandemic. But you started doing farmers markets. I mean, you're about as ground level as can be. I mean, I love. Tell me how you grew from that to being able to just put up shop permanently.
Yeah, absolutely. So I've grew up in retail. That's what I've done my whole life. And we started a year ago, well, now almost a year and a half ago, at the local 95th Street Farmers Market. And we really wanted to have that face-to-face interaction with our neighbors and really be able to see that immediate, like it, don't like it. And it was good for us. We were very fortunate that most things they liked. So that critical feedback was for the most part positive. But then we did a lot of local pop-ups. We really, anywhere we were invited, we said yes, but it was all pretty much local. So, we went from the farmers market to one of our breweries has a open outcry, does a holiday market. We went to, the country club market. We went everywhere we could local. And we knew we were on the right track when everyone assumed we had a store. So when people were like, where can we, where's your store? We were like, well, you're looking at it. So, but, we knew that was something we wanted. And we were very fortunate that a locally loved company had to move due to being relocated. And when that spot came open, pandemic be darned, life favors the bold, right? So we grabbed it and jumped 2 feet in. And I don't know that we could have done that everywhere, but Beverly, Morgan Park, our South Side, Mount Greenwood neighborhood really does promote local. And we really felt really strongly that, that if you build it, they will come. And they haven't let us down.
Oh, that's wonderful. And I've always had that sense. People I've known from the area, just visiting the area, it is very much a strong, tight neighborhood.
Yeah, very much so.
Everybody kind of knows each other or is aware of each other. And there's that supportive aspect.
Yeah, a lot of people, I think what's so great about it and why it's doing such a great job growing is because so many people grew up here and then, they moved downtown, they wanted that downtown life. But now that they're forming families, they want
That's
a
it.
Yard, they want a driveway, those luxuries we have out here that, and they're coming back. So it's really bringing a great sense of, wanting something new, wanting the best of both worlds. And I really think we're able to give that down here. So,
well, and the appeal of what you're doing is so great. It's super local. It's artisanal. It's original. You're not going to find this in 10 different stores. It's just what you do. And how was candle making always your thing? Like, did you have to teach yourself how to do it?
We did. So many people look at things and are like, oh, I can do that. I can do that. And we thought, you know what? Why not us, right? I think we were so excited when we moved into this neighborhood a few years ago. We really struggled to find anything that was South Side centric, other than our beloved South Side Irish Parade, right? There's plenty of regalia for that, but not much else. So we thought, what could we bring that brought a piece of the South Side really into your home? And for us, candles was the natural extension. And we picked up a book and then watched some I learned the way everyone else learns through YouTube and jumped right in.
So beyond candles, what else, what can people get at Beverly Dry Goods?
Yeah, so we carried through everything that we had at the farmers market. So for us, that was t-shirts, South Side centric t-shirts, hats. We were very fortunate to have some local celebrities wear our things. So our hats have kind of taken off. And then we decided, I learned really quick moving to brick and mortar, though I consider myself halfway talented, not talented enough to make everything. So I had to learn really quick what makes sense for us. And one of the things we really pride ourselves on now is being kind of really people's go-to destination for drink accoutrements, if you will, mixers, things like that. Yeah, I do a video series about how to make, since especially now we're all stuck at home, we've had to learn to be our own bartenders, sad though that may be, and really kind of helping people through that journey as well.
You're doing God's work. That's wonderful.
I try.
If people wanted to just blow by and not necessarily dip in, are you doing curbside?
Yeah, we sure can. Absolutely.
All right, BeverlyDryGoods.com. I love what you're doing. I love anything hyper local. I love the entrepreneurial spirit you have. I love the fact that you were doing farmers markets a year ago and you have your location now. I love it. And you're doing this all during a pandemic. I think that's fantastic.
Thanks. We appreciate it.
Fortune favors the bold.
Huh?
Fortune favors the bold. You just got to go for it.
It does, right? If not now, then when?
Exactly. All right, Mary Moss, thank you so much. Good, best of luck for the retail season as we're heading towards Christmas.
Thank you. Have a good one, guys.